Hello and welcome to the Faces of Mental Health. I am Bulani Mphatse. Gender-based violence is a major public health concern in most communities and nations. And today I have a guest. Her name is Me Ts'episo Letseka. She's a gender-based violence survivor, and she'll be telling us about her experience and taking us through all the complexities and contours of her experience. Me Ts'episo, welcome to the Faces of Mental Health.
Thank you so much for having me, ma'am.
Okay, tell me, who is Me Ts'episo? Tell me about yourself.
Yeah, as you said, Me Ts'episo Letseka. I'm a divorcee. I have a 15-year-old daughter right now, very lovely girl. I work as a nurse in the Ministry of Health. So as a nurse, mosebetsing wa ka ke kopana le di-situation tse ngata tse amanang le taba ya gender-based violence. E bohloko haholo when you see it from perspective ya mooki o mamela ditaba tsa motho, and ke a kgola I can call myself a survivor and also an advocate.
Yes.
Yeah, gender-based violence.
Yes. Okay. So can you tell us about your experience with GBV?
Okay, I was married at 25. I gave out my boyfriend, my then boyfriend was abusive physically. Like I don't know, before we got married. It got emotional abuse. Empa ke akgola ka nako eno o le motho, o le a woman, you hope, and o le motho wa morapedi, you pray hore boemo bona bo tla fetoha, motho ena o tla fetoha, o tla hola, o tla etsang ebe ntho tse kang tseno ha di etsahale. One time when I was 3 months pregnant, he hit me haholo, but he ka le nna ke nese o na kgetha ho ngota dibakeng tse a nang le bonnete ba hore ha di utlwise ngwana bohloko. It was a very traumatic experience because in in the middle of the night, ho sena mo ke balelang ka nako eno we are still both in school. Ke hole le heso le yena ha dule habo. So ntho ene ke etse ne ke tla ka nthusa was to call his mother, and I did call her. And jwetsa fela hore ngwana ka jwale ile ke tla etsang ha ile ka nako e, and that was it. I never got any help. Ka ne ke ile ka kgutlela lapeng mo ne re dula le yena ka nako eno. Ha ona taba bophelo bo tswetse pele, my daughter was born, and ha ba monate for nakwana, I think 3 or 4 months. Empa he ya tswela pele taba eno, motho ha ne mokgwa ha ke motho a neng ana jwala haholo. So ne ke nahana hore taba ya go ba abusive e tliswa ke taba ya lifestyle ya hae ona jwala. Empa ka nako nngwe o tla fumana hore o ntsa ngwa tla ntse le bo Sontaha hoseng a tsoha fela. Ona nako ana nngwe tle ya ntse ke sa hore ha ke a hlokola ba sekolo. It's embarrassing ke nahana tjena. Ke Sunday ke a tsoha ke kerekeng, nna e sale ke le motho a ratang kereke, ke a tsoha ke kerekeng ke a hlapa. Ha ke tsena o ne etsa ba because he was not even about to bath himself. But he hit me hampe ho. I had to go running home to my parents. Unfortunately, batswadi ba rona ke nahana hore ke a kgola ke taba ya hore ba ho be le image e ntle hore ngwana hae o nyetswe. So ha ngwana hae lenyalo le senyeha, it tlisa some sort of embarrassment on their side. I think it's where batswadi ba ka could say, because if every time they would return me home. Ba ne ba ka mmitsa a dule mono and a kopela tshwarelo and cry, but they were never intense. It was always light. It was just too light. So much that higher anything. Because I never put a high. I ran home about 5 or 6 times, different times, and it was still the same thing. ka ona tsela eno e light, but ha o kgutlela hae it was like nothing happened. Ko re ne le bophelo bo bohloko, I lost the sense ya ka ke le motho. I felt so down. Ke ne ke ikutlwa ke se motho actually. Ne ikutlwa ka something not even underneath the mat. Like something that is underneath the mat. He could just walk all over me. Ka tsela ya ratang. So mokwaka, as you see, I'm petite, I'm tiny. Ha ke tsebe le ho lwana. I'm not even vocal. Ya hore motho ha nke tsala rata le nna o push back ka dikarabo. No, I don't even know how to do that. And that's the nature that I've always been. Le ka yona nako eno ne ntse ke le jwalo. So I think you're not training for the power to do as he pleased. Re phetse ka hara boemo bo le motse tharo tsa lenyalo, re ne re kopane le motse pedi pele re nyalana. Ne re bile mo ka relationship. And then nako eno ka ofela bo bona ke re botla bo ntse bo qala hanyane. O tla ba qala ambetsa ka mpama a sheba hore na ke kgolo sheba reaction hore na ke tla etsang. Ebe wa khutla kopa tshwarelo bophelo bo tswele pele. I picture the same thing. So if like I'm going away in a hala banana tabu, can go in a hala was in our house in a little alzumba. So can I go away? Well, I feel like Mumba Bo Akwela Museveti, as I said, he's a nurse. Akwela Museveti without even talking to me as his wife. Babi Sanela Bahotiba High, colleagues are high. So a friend of his pioneer and I'm surprised all la. House of relate. So I feel like why are you resigning? Museveti. Can't go with his husband, he's a father. So Nancy Kisabita. Can it be Kisana and Tumuna Yawe? It I really know about male that how it is, how it is. I did not have that attitude. I would just ask every now and then when I'm more applying if I fell more. But believe me, abuse just rose. Come home or email and get a law. Kind of way. And I think now going into another ended up pushing me or get a decision I went to because Onanza more the same way. So it was worse because he would monitor even lifestyle. He would monitor me. Sometimes he would follow me. I get a little cheater. I get almost 17 in every interview. High, or sheba the call, Kimanyu, Nilibuaka, or sheba the text messages, Kimanyu, Nubuaka. The WhatsApp messages, Facebook, anything in the communication was under review. I give it a high because I believe I'm cheat, only to find out who and cheat. So when I was just because when I tell me like peace had it I was just down to Mama in his family, became sometimes get hand and then get beat up or get hand if they were for those 3 years, which I said escalated how Hula has to the point apparently to help out his friend. His friend said how could I help him so and what I could only say was okay fine only harm believe me, I got beat up for that. I got beat up for that. I'm what I'm telling me jelly on me jelly mabakala la one high. I got beat up for that. He beat me up one time. A guy in high school on Facebook, on the wall, not even man, no, on the wall, are high, was it high darling or high baby, something like that. Then we took this in high school. That day when I'm 5 years later, I'm just already, but never know what's really pillow on safe. So it was prison, I could say. It was prison. Then when I said Hanaki, as soon as Hanaki, there were hot things that interesting because while would mean I would have to open up or keep a situation in it, and that was very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Take it me when le monga phela ka hara situation eno it close about like I said ne ke ikutlwa ka nako eno so motho o sitwa ho nahana hore boemo bona ha se boemo bo pheleang you're just living from day to day for the three dikele ke mona go ngwana o jile and all that you lose yourself, you lose the sense ya hore ke batla ho achieve ntho itseng ke batla ho apara jean and look nice and feel good. It doesn't happen. Completely. So I only realized that part. One time I was in Gashopong, it was the first time in years that I felt good getting Niji in Swanit. It wasn't that in no, I just lost the sense. I look good as a person. Right. Because even telling me, it's out of the question.
So let's talk about the beginning. How was the courtship? How was the relationship at the beginning before you got married?
It was good in the beginning. It was good. But the emotional abuse.
Right.
He told me, some of them I don't even remember because I can get a blocker somewhere in the back of my brain, and then I don't remember them. But that's where we met.
Right.
School in Sabonis.
Yes.
In campus, I was out of campus, but on a chaka hangata. So they say to stay together and really chaka home. One time, a school trip the following day. I cried so hard. I was really puffed up because it all but I had to go to school. And I went to school situation. You can imagine the from my teachers, from my friends. It was embarrassing. So it got emotional abuse.
Yes.
But like I said, I had hope because I had hope. He will change. He will change. But I was to begin with. So
what did you like about him at the time?
He had this authority with him. Hana I in a room, he demanded the attention. And yes, he was romantic.
Okay.
Yes. I just liked the authority because I believe a man should be a leader.
Yes.
So I felt authority he would lead me and my family, in our family. Yes.
And do you remember the words that he said on that day when you cried yourself to sleep and you had puffy eyes and had to go to sleep? Do you remember?
He would just say he's sorry. There was nothing in particular. He's sorry. That was just it.
Did anyone know at the time that you were emotionally abused at that time?
No, I didn't tell anyone.
Okay.
Especially in a tertiary setting.
Yes.
Especially in school in Celeste. People view us as the it couple.
Yes.
So mentally 12 I should just present that what they had.
And the decision to get married, when did that come about?
I think it was 1.5 years after we got together.
Yes.
We would usually talk about it that Harry get that idea would get married, and I just loved it. I just imagined myself as his wife. It was beautiful in my mind.
Yes.
But promising that I would be his wife, I just loved it.
And the hope that things would change.
And the hope, yes, the hope was always there.
Your parents didn't know?
No.
Okay.
They didn't.
And when did things change? How far along into the marriage did things change?
I think it was the second year. But like I said, the emotional abuse,
Yes.
for they escalated. They don't have at the time. So it was after the fourth year I did midwifery. The fourth year. We got married when we were in third year because I fell pregnant. I don't really know if it was because I fell pregnant or it was because we had already had plans to get married. But the pregnancy sort of speeded things along. Yes. And then we got married. Our whole class was there. It was memorable. It was beautiful. So it was a garden wedding at my house, and yeah, it was beautiful.
Sounds like it.
It was.
And in your heart, were you 100% happy? Were you 100% confident that this is the person who's going to take care of me emotionally?
Yes, I was, despite the situation as it was, but I was confident. I don't know if it was the feeling overwhelmed or clouded by judgment at the time, the feeling of belonging to someone. I think it overclouded my judgment at the time. Plus the pregnancy itself.
Yes. And do you remember the first time that he hit you?
No, I can't pinpoint that. Yeah.
And when did you actually realize that this is abuse? At what point did you realize that this is actually abuse, an abusive relationship?
I think it was in the second year of our marriage, right before he quit his job, because he didn't know that he quit his job. I worked in a hospital, so sometimes I would go to work at night. That particular day, we had an argument. I don't remember about what, but we had an argument. And it was just before I had to go to work, around 6:30 in the evening, and it was winter, so it was dark then. So during our argument, he hit me, and I just told myself, focus on getting out of here now, go to work. When I got out of the house, he threw dishwater all over me. I'm already dressed in my uniform, going out to work. It's dark, it's cold. He threw dishwater all over me. I just continued to walk in that situation. I walked to work, and it was really cold. So when I got to work, I locked myself in the bathroom, and I cried. I think that was the time that I realized this is not a good setting to be living in.
And it's probably not going to change.
Yes.
Because you were hopeful.
I was hopeful for a long time.
Yes.
And nothing changed. Nothing changed. So, and then it went along. I still didn't tell anyone. It happened again. He hit me, and after that, I decided to tell my parents. I went back home, set my parents down and told them what happened. The problem with our parents, my parents are spiritual. I was raised in a very spiritual home. So my mother told me that I had a problem. I need to be prayed for. I didn't understand. That person hit me, and I'm the one with the problem. So most of the time I went home, my mom would say the same thing, and then he will take me to this prophet to be prayed for, to be prophesied, take me to that one, take me to that one. Since I didn't have anywhere else to go, I went home each time. knowing the reception I would be getting. All I wanted at that time was just for my mom to hold me and I cry and she would tell me that everything will be okay. But I never got that from my